Welcome to DCL TalkShow. You're listening a talk show on DCL Radio. We had wonderful weather last week, and all 12 games completed with no issues. And we had some fantastic games last week, and some close games, some one-sided games. So it's going to be very exciting with our analyst tonight, walking us through those matches, how they feel and how they felt about those matches and their opinions. And at 9:30 exactly, we'll go to our little um, young analyst. He'll be telling us his picks, his best picks for the season, and um, and at the end we will do a prediction for the next weekend games. Right now I have with three wonderful people. One Dinesh Selvaraj. Am I Devaraj? Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Dinesh Devaraj. Somehow I saved your number as Dinesh Selvaraj, so I'm very sorry about that one. So
No problem.
welcome to the show, Dinesh.
Thank you, Anna.
Okay, and I have the most exciting guy, Kapil, here. Welcome to the show, Kapil.
Thanks,
Striker.
Jagan, for having me. Hey, everyone.
Okay, and another youngster here, Ganga Tanuj. Welcome to the show. The captain.
Thank you, Jagan.
Yeah. Okay, and so straight away we'll get into our games. And before I go into our games, I'll quickly take a word from our analyst about a quick pick. So when I say quick pick, what is the game you liked? I want you to pick only one game that you liked most. In last week we had 11 games. I'll start with Dinesh. Which game you think is the best game last week?
Yeah, amongst a lot of different things, I believe the one where Sandeep and team Indus Thunders, that game was my best pick.
Okay, good. Thank you, Kapil.
Yeah, now that Ganga is Tanuj has chosen that, I think I'll go with SSK and Boots. And I was also going with Thunders, but SSK and Boots was awfully close.
Oh, okay.
One anyway.
Okay, but that was Dinesh, not Tanuj. Tanuj is
Okay,
coming.
sure.
Dinesh, Tanuj, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Jagan.
Okay.
So if I can choose my team, probably I'll go with SSK versus Detroit Bulls. If I cannot choose that, then my second option would be the Indus Thunders game.
Indus Thunders versus Canton 11. Okay,
Canton
fantastic.
11. Yep.
Okay. Wonderful, guys. Let's straight away get into our games. And first game of the night is Troy Hawks versus SLCC Legends. Okay. I umpired this game, and Troy Hawks, in my opinion, they have two lefties, and one of the lefties, I forgot his name, but he's an awesome player. Is what he's the future of DCL. That's what I felt, because he picked his shots. He was very cool and never under pressure. And with that, I'll go to Dinesh.
Yeah, that left-hander is Sarath, I believe. So he played a crucial knock. Okay. Yeah, so this one, Troy Hawks versus Legends, the timing needs to be understood for this game. This was an evening game. After a long time, people are playing under lights as well. So this becomes a crucial factor, right? So Novi Power Park 4. Batting first, teams have won 8, batting second 7. So there's nothing much to choose between winning the toss, what you want to do. Then Troy Hawks won the toss. They elected to bat. The pass score was 94 for the first innings in Novi Power Park 4. Nothing much in terms of opening partnership. Is like Nataraj, I believe, Nataraj and Soumith opened. Decent enough start with Harish bowling. Harish and Guru, I think, best bowlers from Legends. So they might have played them out, and they got 7 runs for the opening partnership. Then the second wicket partnership was pretty decent with 18 runs. Little bit of consolidation after an early wicket. I think Pradeep played a decent innings of 6, and he tried to support Nataraj, and they were just manipulating the bowling. They were just rotating around. Fourth wicket partnership becomes crucial here. 48 runs, which eventually was the highest partnership. They got 48 runs there. So this were Sashidhar, if I were to say that right, Sashidhar came through. Then after that, him and Sharath were the ones who built that partnership. So that was crucial. And then after that, I think whatever happened, everything was going well. For the fifth wicket partnership, there were 20 runs, and for the seventh wicket, the other major contribution was a seventh wicket partnership of 15 runs. So we sort of finished well with 112. The par score was 94, so they went above par for 112. So tough with the legends, I think, with some big names was good enough, but anything over 100 and being a night game, them chasing under lights, I thought was going to be crucial. So from a bowling point of view, Praveen and Guru and Harish opened, but Praveen and Harish were exceptional. They bowled for less than 4 runs and over, so they went well. Venu did well with 4, but rest of the bowlers with those names like Sandeep, Sai, and Mahendra, all of them went above 5 for a DCL game. That seemed to be on the higher side. So this was a first inning summary. And going back to the Legends innings, I felt I was at the game. I was binge watching these 4 games happening, the 6 p.m. games. Probably Jagan Bro can add a little more. I thought that the weather might have played a role. The temperature dropped a little bit. The bounce was a little low for the second innings, I thought. But again, nothing to take away from the bowlers, right? Abhilash and Sandeep opened. Sandeep especially, he's got a good record T-ball going around along with Abhilash. So here, the opening partnership was not that great. They ended up losing their first wicket in the 4th ball itself. A little bit of pressure there. Then they tried to consolidate with Arjun Dev and Sai. They added 13 runs. Then nothing much happened. Then after that, I believe, if I'm not wrong, I think Gautam got out. Then Harish came in. So this one, the 4th wicket partnership between Harish and Arjun, that had to be crucial. They scored 10 runs, but there was I think it was off the fence, a brilliant run out by the wicketkeeper, I believe. Jagan Bro, I think that's right? The wicketkeeper got a direct hit of Harish. I believe that's what it is. Anyways, there was a crucial run out of Harish. I think that one sort of there was big furor after Harish got out. I think that sort of defined the chase. Then after that, nothing much happened.
You're right. Yes.
Yeah. I think it was off the fence and it was a direct hit. And then Sandeep and Sai, they tried to get something going with the sixth wicket partnership of 15 runs. Then after that, again, Sandeep was involved in a 7th wicket partnership of 10 runs. And unfortunately, the best partnership came for the 9th wicket, which was 19 for the Legends. But probably by then it was too late, and asking rate of 6 towards the last 5-6 overs was a little bit of a tough chase, and they eventually folded for 84. So yeah, that was. I mean, I wouldn't call it an upset, but I think going into I don't know how many predictions with last week I was listening. I believe Legends might have taken most of the predictions in their favor, but just going to Troy Hawks was a good start to the season. Let's put it that way, right? I don't want to take anything away from the Troy Hawks' performance as well. So from a bowling point of view for Troy Hawks, Abhi and Kaush Abhi and Murli bowled really well, and Sandeep and Rakesh supported them, and eventually Kaushik and Chaitanya bowled decently well considering the performance. But still, they did go at 5. Kaushik and Chaitanya, a little bit of room for improvement there. So that was game 1 for this week.
Okay, the next game of the night is Dark Horses versus Safaris. Tanuj, your thoughts on this game?
Yes, Jagan. So I know that Safaris got split into 2 teams this year, probably Safaris and Knights. So a couple of players from Safaris left to Knights. So I thought maybe that would be, one of the disappointing things. But actually, Safaris pulled up really well. So getting into the match, so Dark Horses won the toss and they elected to bat. So if you look at the top order, so there is not big score from any of those top 4 batsmen. So Aditya got out for a duck. Naresh scored 6 runs from 24 balls, and Deepak won, and Pankaj, I think he's the skipper, he scored 6 from 14 runs. Sorry, 6 from 14 balls. So they're pretty much, if you look at any DCL team, if their top orders click, probably that's a good start for any team. But looking at Dark Horses, I see that their top order couldn't score anything from their bat. But then the middle order, probably how to spell his name? Muktikanta. I think he scored pretty well, like 16 from 32 balls. He gave a good start in the middle order. Then Abhijit, probably he could have scored a couple of more runs, but he got out for a 1. But Ayush Gupta, this guy scored like 17 from 18 balls. So that's a pretty good strike rate of 94.44 with 1/4 in that. So I think they were starting to build a partnership here. They had like about 27 runs partnership for the 6th wicket, but Ayush got out. He was the guy who was scoring more runs for Dark Horses in the first innings. And after that, pretty quick wickets of Majid, and last wicket they scored about 23 runs for the 10th wicket. So overall, from batting side, I see only Muktikanta and Ayush Gupta getting runs for the Dark Horses. I know I heard from Pankaj Watts in DCL meeting saying that they're all college students. He's trying to build up a team around college students. So even if you look at their rosters, they have a huge number of players in Dark Horses. So probably he's trying to build a team around youngsters. I know Dark Horses is a pretty old team in DCL, but maybe they should get back to their batting form. The top order should come into action at least from the next game. But looking at the bowling from Safaris, so Anthony 5 overs, 1 made in 12 for 1. That's a good start. And even Tanmay got 4 overs, 17 runs. But this guy Swarna Rahul, 5 overs, 2 made in 6 for 3. I would say that's an exceptional bowling from Swarna Rahul. I know he's a very good batsman and a bowler. So he has put up that shoes to take Safaris into the next stage. I've seen his performance. He was the top MVP for one of the top MVP players for last season. So I think his form is continuing. I've seen him playing Spring Cup indoors, and I think he's in a great form this year too. So I think any team who is playing against Safaris probably should look at Swarna Rahul. I think he's going to do some magic this year as well. Then another good bowling from Ravi Rachan, 2.213, and he took crucial 3 wickets. So I think Safaris bowling was really good because they gave only 72 runs, and chasing, I think Dark Horses didn't have any breaks to put for Safaris batting because their openers, they finished the game in style. Like 12.3 overs, chasing 72 runs without losing a wicket. That's an extraordinary start for Safaris. And looking at these batsmen, Paramananda, 32 from 48 with 1/6, and Pramod, 28 from 30 with a 1/6. So that's a really good start for Safaris for this season. Looking at Dark Horse's bowling, I think he used 9 bowlers. Probably he's trying to just uh, work out things with different bowlers, maybe, because if I look at the bowling scorecard, nobody bowled more than 2 overs. The maximum quota they bowled was 2 overs. Pretty much that's the highest I can see from their bowling lineup. Maybe Dark Horses probably should work on both batting and bowling departments and probably get back strong in the next game. And I would say that's a one-sided game for me for Safaris winning it with 5 points.
Okay, the next game of the night is Stars versus KRCC, and everybody in the league waited for this game. One for a reason. KRCC is defending champion by name. Okay, and nobody knows who's going to play in their first game because there's a huge change in the roster. And Stars is a pack of stars. So basically, everybody thought at the end of this game, it's going to be a heartbreaker for some team, and which ended up being a dud, a one-sided game. So it's probably the most disappointing game of the weekend. Your thoughts, Kapil?
Yeah, you're right, Jagan. It was a game of the week, right? It turned out to be something other than that, right? Some other games took that title this week, but this one was again two star studded teams. Saturday night, perfect conditions, under lights. Of course, the Stars won the toss, hurried, decided to bat, no brainer. And then it quickly turned out to be a game of you know KRCC, not KRCC versus Stars, but KRCC versus Ravi Teja, right? It was that's what the game was.
Yeah, very
And
well
in
said.
the end, Ravi Teja won, right? So
Yeah, I like it, that statement. It is Stars versus KRCC versus Ravi Teja. You are
yeah, yeah,
spot
and
on.
then yeah, I mean it is. I mean, if you look at the scorecard, right? It's not. I mean, it's good. It started well. Hari stayed with him 26 balls. But if you see, none of any of the batsmen really were there on the pitch. If you see number of balls played, if you just see, he has played 71 balls, right? That means he took all of the strike. He was seeing all the wickets falling on the other end, and he just like, okay, I'll have to stick here, stay there, bad ball, hit it out, and he's a certified game changer, right? Time in and time out, right? He has done that.
True.
And Ronak tried. I believe Ronak captained this game with Yogesh not being there. He tried 9 bowlers, I believe, right? This guy faced 71 balls, pretty much from everyone. Nobody could break him down. And he's high scored 79 runs out of 71 balls. They ended up on 125. Amazing score under lights, right? With that bowling lineup. And going to KRCC batting, pretty much there was nothing, no bright spot other than Maulik scoring double digits. It was just destruction from the get go, right? I see 3 for 1 run out, and then Deepak, another certified game changer, cracking through Lincoln, right? And then just wickets falling on a nice, quick intervals, and they completely bundled out for 39 runs. I mean, this one was. I mean, I started watching this game and I saw Ravi Teja on, I think, 25 ish, and then Hari was still there. And then I stopped following the score and I came back and it was like 125 runs, right? And there was just it was complete domination from Stars. But again, right, it's again the first game. I believe they also, KRCC, are going to come back. Unfortunately, we strikers have to play them this week. I'm pretty sure Yogesh might be pulling all the strings this weekend, trying to get back on track, and they have an amazing team. But nothing to take away from Stars and Ravi Teja. Absolutely a great game, and so someone of his caliber, right, definitely deserves all the praise that we can uh, offer him. So
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, please.
yeah, that's it.
Okay, so that's about the champion. Sorry, runners up from the last year. And now let's quickly go to the winners. Indus Thunders played against Canton 11, and in my opinion, this is how Indus Thunders always start their season. They play um, very close games in the beginning, and they'll pick up at the right time. And normally, that's what um, um, most of the winning teams they do. Okay, your thoughts, Dinesh?
Okay, I was on mute. Sorry about that. So this game, I was talking to the defending champions. I was talking to Sandeep Gopu and how they've been planning for the last 2-3 years the transition to Srikanth and stuff. So it was a good lesson for anyone about team management, and we've been talking about some teams who have split and who've decided to play on their own or change roster or whatever. So this one was a big lesson for me. So I was really impressed with how level-headed and grounded Sandeep was. So this one again, a Novi Power Park 3. So usually looks like batting second 10 times they won, batting first five times they won. So there seemed to be some sort of a critical. It was like favoring people batting second. So I believe, if I'm not wrong, I wasn't too sure of what happened with the toss. So yeah, Indus Thunders won the toss and they elected to bowl. I don't know if that was a calculated decision or not. I think they might have thought that that was their strength. And boy, how did they start? Yeah, first ball they got a wicket. So the openers didn't last obviously too long. Dinesh Panditi getting, I believe Sadat, if I'm pronouncing it right. So Sadat of the first ball. After that, Javad Bhai and Anantharaman, they consolidated for a little bit and they got going. Javad Bhai tried to hold the innings with a 62 ball, 15 runs. Not great, but imagining he just wanted to hold one end up and have people play around. Probably he did what he does best, but the rest of the batting didn't click much. Anantharaman, he played decently well for the first wicket partnership. Hari Pallava, he couldn't get going, so couldn't Mohammad. Then the Shabazz, he gave a little bit of support. They started to build something there, but nothing much happened after that. Adarsh and Bilal played a great innings considering the situation and the bowling attack. So they ended up folding for 71 in 24 overs, 23.1 overs. Nothing much to write about, but definitely some positives with what Javad Bhai did there, along with Shabazz and Bilal. So all of that were positives from their batting side. From bowling, I mean, in the Thunders, what do you expect? Dinesh Panditi, he bowled really well, along with Ravi Dev and Srikanth as well. All three going for less than 3 runs and over. That's commendable in DCL. Then the rest of them, they did provide decent support. Rahul, Chetan, as usual. I mean, he went at 4, but that's what you expect from a spinner. Chetan did pretty well, and Abhishek had 1 over there. So, yeah, as usual, typical Indus Thunders bowling. And it becomes critical again. It was not as easy as it was. Again, the second inning score was like 75 is the par score. They ended up chasing it with 72, so that was good. But again, the conditions were slightly difficult. Not much bounce with Bilal and Junaid opening the bowling there. So it was difficult for Indus Thunders. They didn't get the greatest of starts with Anirudh and Naresh. It was just a 4-run opening partnership, and after that they slowly started building with Praveer and Abhishek. Praveer scored 15, with the strike rate of 28. But that was crucial. Once you know the target, someone had to anchor innings like what Javed Bhai did for Canton. So Pravir did well, Abhishek did well too, and then nothing much to write about there. From Sandeep tried to hold one end, and Rao as well. Rao Ganta, he tried to do that too. But I think Srikanth again, he played the rescue act there, considering how deep the game went. So Srikanth played a good knock, his captain's knock of 18 from 22. So that was good, and Panditi didn't get going. Chetan, under the circumstances, that was a good partnership with Srikanth and Ravi Dev as well. So those two might not seem big, but the match was like pretty tense at that point, and a wicket here or there could have changed the course of the game. Then at the end, so Rahul and Srikanth, especially Rahul, there's some confusion. There was some hold up about a couple of different things happening. After the hold up, there was a big break, and Rahul coming and scoring that 2 runs of 1 ball was critical. And there was like some pretty tense faces around in the Thunder's dugout. And eventually, they came up trumps, won by 1 wicket. That's why I picked this game. And with how the second innings panned out, it was like the pretty nail-biting finish to that game. So from a bowling point of view, Junaid and Almas Khan, that was like 5 overs for 9 runs and 2 wickets. That was brilliant. Probably with what I've seen so far, it is probably the best bowling spell, I believe, for the opening day, with 1.8 runs with 2 wickets. Javed Bhai bowled well, 4 overs, 12 runs, 1 wicket, and Mohammad Ramzi as well. It was a low-scoring affair, so pretty much everyone did well. And maybe Bilal going at 5 might be a little bit of a surprise there, but the rest of them did well. Definite positives on both sides from bowling department. From a batting point of view, I think other than Pravir and Javed Bhai, I think they sort of showed what needs to be done with typical DCL batting. But by all means, Srikanth was, a captain's role. He played that role really well for his debut game as captain, I believe, for Indus Thunders. So that's it.
Okay, the next game of the night is SSK versus Detroit Bulls, and right after this game, we'll go to Athulith for his picks. Okay. SSK versus Bulls, Tanuj.
Yeah, Jagan. So this was my game. So let's say it was the close game of the afternoon games played in Novi Power Park. This was the only close game in the, I think, morning 2 sessions, other than Indus Thunders going very close. So this was a very pretty nail-biting finish, chasing 117. So getting into the game, SSK won the toss and they choose to bat first. SSK won the toss and they choose to bat. Vinod and Venkat, they started opening. So Vinod scored 23 from 35. He was playing really well. We were trying to attack the wickets, all our bowlers. So we had like Nikhil, Mahesh, Jaggu attacking the SSK batsmen. But Vinod actually played pretty well. He was blocking all the good deliveries and trying to get runs on those loose deliveries, whatever we have bowled. So we were able to get the first wicket within first 5 overs. So they were 16 for 1 in 5 overs. And then couple of quick wickets fell in the form of Vinod, Nikhil in just 2 runs. I thought we were back into the game, but Vikas Sangvi, this guy changed the SSK batting lineup completely. He was constantly picking up those bad balls and trying to hit boundaries or get maximum runs, loose deliveries, whatever we are trying to bowl. So he scored 45 from 44 balls with 2 fours and 2 sixes. I would say he was the one who actually saved SSK, because other than Vinod in the opening and Vikas in the middle, in the top middle order, I think nobody else were trying to, get more runs. So the highest runs they could get was in the form of Bala. He scored 10 runs, and Tejeshwar Reddy, he scored 10 runs. Other than that, pretty much everything was a single digit. So actually, there were, I would say, like 4 drop catches in our fielding in the first innings. I think that actually boosted their strength a lot, because they were the, they say catches win matches. So I think we probably should have not missed those chances, and maybe restrict SSK to less than 80 runs probably. Then it would have been more easy for us while chasing. So coming to bowling, Jagdish, he was bowling pretty well. After last DCL, he haven't played a single game, so this was his first straightaway game without practice. But he started really well. He was bowling good. Good support from Mahesh in the initial overs, but there were a couple of bad balls which Vikas hit them out of the park. So those were the only couple of bad balls from Mahesh, and Gino supported well. Nikhil did well, and myself, I gave a good bowling strength to our bowling strength, sorry, and Sandeep. So he moved from Pokeries this season to Detroit Bulls. So he's one of the key players for us in both bowling and batting departments. So probably he'll be one of our trump cards in the upcoming games. And so they scored 117 in the full quota of 25 overs, and we had a good target of 117. So our batsman, opening batsman Sandeep and Vijay Karthik. So I told them, just play a natural game. But Manjunatha was the guy in their bowling who surprised our opening batsman. He was bowling exceptionally well. So he's a left-hand fast bowler. So whenever he's coming over the wicket and around the wicket, our batsmen were kind of struggling to get initial runs from his bowling. So we just had a small talk and said that let's play out this bowler and probably try getting more runs from the other bowlers from SSK. So that's what our strategy was. So that's why we kind of had a slow start in the initial 4-5 overs. But from there on, once Vijay Karthik got out, Gaurav came into bat, and he scored really fast at a good strike rate, more than 100. So he scored 17 from 15 balls. But it was very unfortunate that he was trying to save the wicket by kicking the ball away from the stumps, but unfortunately the ball after kicking hit the stumps and he got out. So if he was in the crease for few more overs, probably he would have changed the game completely. And Gino also, he gave a good start right from the first ball, and then we had like 12 overs. We were around 46 for 2 wickets after 12 overs. So then Naveen Peddi, he was the guy who actually changed our batting completely. He scored 40 from 35 balls with 1-4 and 2 sixes. He was the only batsman not out in the entire second innings. So there were a couple of unfortunate runouts in the form of Mahesh and Jagu and Banu Prakash Murthy. So actually, I don't know why it says Jagu, but it should be Sandeep there. So as I said, he's one of the trump cards for our team. So he was at the non-striker and got run out, unfortunately. So I think if he was there, that would have been a game-changing innings from him for sure, because I've seen him playing in other tournaments, the way he clears the ball out of the park very easily. So yeah, except those unfortunate wickets, and then at the end we were we needed like 10 runs in last over. There were a couple of extras in the last over because I was taking maximum strike in the last over, and I think I could have given more strike to Naveen Peddi because he was hitting boundaries in the last few overs. So probably if he got more number of balls in the last over, probably he would have definitely won the game for us. So coming to bowling, Manjunatha, he was really bowling like exceptional because he was troubling our batsmen. And Krishna Chaitanya, I think he was bowling the last over, and even he got quick wickets in between. He got the main wickets of our batting. So he bowled really well. 5 overs, one maiden, 18 for 3, and Naresh bowled 2 overs, 13 runs, and Satyaraj 4 overs, one maiden, 19. So it was a really close game. I know I've seen everyone coming and watching this game before their game, so it was a really good game, and I hope we come back strong in the next game and win this.
Okay. Good luck to your next game. And we'll quickly go to Athulith, and he'll give his picks for the season, and then I'll go to Kapil after that. Athulith, welcome to the show.
Hello guys, good evening. We had a very good DCL starting week. I came to know few more players from last week.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay.
That's good.
I know there are so many good players in DCL, and I'm trying to know people.
Super.
Here are my picks for this weekend's games.
Go ahead. Are you starting with batting or bowling?
I'm starting with batting.
Okay.
So first batsman is Arun Silvaraj from Dynamites.
Okay.
Reliable batsman and impact player. He is a very good bowler also.
Okay, I like that pick.
Vicky Vignesh Venkatesan from Pokeries.
Oh, he is one of my favorite players. Yeah, go ahead.
Player with good technique who has a very good hand and eye coordination. Once settled, he is a power hitter. He is a handy bowler also.
Cool. Okay.
So last week, Sterling strikers, they actually striked with this batsman named Ali Abbas.
Ali Abbas, yeah.
Very good batsman. He can play in any situation. Power hitter. He is like Babar Azam.
Babar Azam. Oh, okay, fantastic. That's a nice comparison. I hope he is listening. At least I'll send these comments to him for sure. Yeah.
Ketan Dushyant from Indus Thunders. Very good batsman with nice composure. Handy bowler.
Hey, Chetan, I hope you are listening, man. Okay, you have a nice. Okay. Yeah.
Chanakya Lokam from Spartans. Amazing batsman who can play long with patience.
Cool. So your 5 batsmen are done. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have the next bowlers.
Bowlers.
Arun Kumar from FCC Agni.
Oh,
Very
okay.
good bowler.
Yeah.
Very good bowler and a reliable batsman. He bowls similar to my dad, but he is a better batsman than my dad.
Okay. I like that. Okay.
Durga Prasad Pamanti, otherwise known as DP.
DP, yeah.
DP.
He plays for Knights. He is a little dynamite with wicket-taking capability.
Interesting. Okay.
Jasmeet Singh from KRCC, very intelligent bowler and a hard-hitting batsman. Teju Kumar Srinivas from FCC, off-spinner who can spin the ball big. He is an excellent keeper and a heavy batsman. Guys can hear us. Well,
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, go ahead.
okay. So, Teju Kumar Srinivas from FCC, off spinner who can spin the ball big. He is an excellent keeper and a handy batsman.
FCC guy. Okay.
So my last bowler is my favorite player,
Mhm.
Guru Naga from Legends.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Left arm bowler with a good accuracy.
Hmm.
He can hit the ball long.
Yeah.
So these are my players for this week.
Good. That all these are very nice picks. Okay, and I hope all your picks do well in the coming weekend games. Okay, and thanks a lot, Athulith, and you've been doing great job.
Thank you.
And next time you see me, remember my name. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll remember the name Jagan Konda.
Thank you. Okay. With that, I'll go to Kapil for our next game. Kapil.
Sure. Great picks, Athulith. They're awesome. Good job.
Yeah,
Panna is teaching you well.
Yeah. Yeah. Athulith and Pana, bro. You guys are doing well. Wonderful. This is Dinesh.
Perfect. Yeah, great.
He wants to come for all the weekend games and he wants to watch players now. So
which is good.
I'll bring him slowly into the show, and he'll become my permanent analyst going forward.
Okay.
You will never have to pay for babysitter because you can just take him to the ground. Okay.
Yeah, we'll quickly go to the next game. United Raptors versus Detroit Badshah. In my opinion, Raptors did what they're supposed to do. Your thoughts, Kapil?
Absolutely right. It's again, right, I'll quickly cover this afternoon game. I mean, it's a pretty much one-sided affair. Rookie team, Detroit Badshahs, and going up against so talented Raptors, right? I know they are United Raptors, but some Raptors, they keep changing their names. So they won the toss and decided to bat, of course. And then, I see Amar has moved to one down now, have given up his opening slot for Gagan, I believe, Gagan Singh. And I think talked to Pradeep a couple of times and he swears by Gagan. I've never seen him play, but he's another big hitter, right? So great. I mean, we'll get some good innings from him, hopefully, this season. But coming to again, this entire batting, again, Amar has just picked up where he left off last season, right? He has been blasting since start of the last season. Whatever happened with Amar just, I mean, he's such a free flowing batsman. He just looks at the ball, bad ball, just go. I mean, he does not hold his shots, right? And he has been clicking on all cylinders. Same thing with this game, right? 94, 70 balls, 94 runs, 5 sixes and 4 fours. Man, just it's a bummer that he didn't get 100. Right? I really wish he, I don't know, maybe should have stayed for a few more balls and gotten that 100.
I think he was run out, right?
He was run out. I know. Whoever the guy was on the other end, maybe had to buy him a beer or something after that. So we'll get to know from Pradeep who was that. I hope it was not Pradeep. So I mean, again, they scored 188 runs, 94 from Amar, and then I guess Syed came in late and just blasted 24 off of 14. All in all, perfect batting effort from Raptors against the rookie team. There's not much to say for the bowling of Badshahs, other than I think Cheyenne getting 3 wickets. And coming to the bowling, Raptors bowling and Badshah's batting, again, they bundled down for 54 runs. Again, Minazul, he got 16. Other than him, everyone was out on single digit. But again, right, Amar got 2 overs, 2 maiden, 1 wicket. He couldn't do anything wrong that day. But I mean, coming back to Syed, it was another amazing performance, right? 5 overs, 1 maiden, 6 runs, and 6 wickets. And they just had this great warm up game. Bota must be happy with this game. He got, I mean, so many people bored, right? Everyone got some match practice, and then his game changers also performed really, really well, and that kind of sets him up for the season ahead. So best of luck to both the teams, right? For the next week, whoever they might play. And amazing job again, Amar.
Yeah, actually, Hammer, I think I don't know with whom I have to compare. He's more like in my days, he's more like Shewag, okay, attacking from the ball one.
He is like that. Yeah, yeah. He plays like that with the same mindset. I mean, if he was opening last year, I don't know. I hope he goes back to opening. It doesn't really matter where he go. He's gonna score those runs.
Yeah,
That's what he does.
yeah,
Free flowing batting.
yeah,
No restraints. And I guess that's why they keep him up there. Just
yep,
go destroy, and then that just takes the morale out of the other team.
yep. I agree with you. The next game of the night is Phantoms versus Dynamites, and that one guy at the bottom of the innings, he scored huge runs with just 11 balls and 30 plus runs in 11 balls. That's the game changer. And uh, you know, Phantoms, they declare that they belong here. With that, I'll go to Dinesh.
Yeah, this one is a tough one. Dynamites versus Phantoms. Right? I think I was in the Dynamites dugout for the second half of this game. By no means were they taking it light. And Phantoms with the Rajesh is like I've known Rajesh from the Safari days. Him and I, we played for Safaris back in the day in 2017, I believe. So all of that said, I don't think definitely Dynamics took this game light. The first innings average was like 84, and second innings average was 75. With the people playing second have won it 10 times. So this was Dynamites won, and they decided to bowl. Probably they thought that was their strength, but as Jagan bro just pointed out, they were going pretty well from a bowling standpoint. It's like opening partnership was 2 runs. Then for the third wicket, it was 15 runs. For the fifth wicket onwards, it was like they sort of set, and everything was free flowing for them. It's like this for Phantoms. So 32 runs, along with Rajesh playing a good part, supporting Praful, who scored 35 of 48. He played a very good hand. Then later, sixth wicket, there were 37 runs. Ninth wicket was the game changer, I believe, 33 runs, with the last over going for 24 runs. So that was some brutal batting by Sri Harsha at the end. Jitesh played a good hand of 24 or 14 as well. So strike rate of 336 by Sri Harsha, that was mind-boggling, just unbelievable. From a bowling standpoint, Vishnu did well. Arun Salvaraj, as pointed by a young analyst, he's a good all-rounder. He did well too. But I think there seems to be a fifth and sixth bowler problem, at least for this game, which I'm pretty sure Vijay Shanmugam will address. But yeah, with that being said, 134, and that was a stiff target for Dynamites under all circumstances. Comparing that 84 was par score. So yeah, they went in the opening partnership between Arun Selvaraj and Arun Swaminathan. It's like didn't do much. They scored 7. Then Vishnu came in and he consolidated a little bit with Arun. Then after that, nothing much went through the Dynamite innings. Satish didn't. They were trying to consolidate and try to up the ante, but didn't work well. Madhu played a decent hand as well. I think the biggest highlight of this is Vijay Kumar Gabriel. a guy to watch for, probably the future of DCL, pretty young kid, in 24, 25, 24 years, I believe. Yeah, he was a big for Dynamites. So this eventually ended up being a one-sided affair. Probably that was not what was expected with all the prediction going Dynamites way. But I'd rather say you'd have such a game at the beginning of the season than in the middle. So yeah, that's a quick wrap up of Dynamites versus Phantoms. Well played, Phantoms and Rajesh.
Yeah, yeah. So the way you completed that this game, rather happening at the middle, happening at the beginning is always good in DCL. Okay.
Yeah,
I-
agreed.
yeah. The next game of the night is Sterling Strikers versus Knights. See, one thing I would like to say, I mean, Sterling Strikers is a lot better team. Knights is a first timer, but the Yentu they showed, I loved that Yentu. And these guys were really very enthusiastic about their game, and they were enjoying throughout the game, even though they were losing. That's what I liked most about this team. With that, I'll go to Tanuj.
Yes, yes, Jagan. So looking at this game, looking at the scorecard, it was a one-sided game for Sterling Strikers. They won by 104 runs. So they won the toss and they decided to bat first. I think it was a good decision because Knights being a new team, probably Sterling Strikers thought maybe they can attack the ballers right from the first ball, and they did it. Ali Abbas scoring 90 from 58 balls with 1 4 and 8 sixes at a strike rate of 155. I I thought this guy should have scored 100 at the rate which he was hitting boundaries. So I think he missed it by 10 runs. Uh, it's a bad luck that he couldn't score a century in opening game. Looking at uh, his batting record, so I think he played for Sterling Strikers for last 3 seasons. So he scored 65 and 98 for the entire last 2 seasons. So 65 and 98, but he started this season off very well. He scored 90 in the first game, showing that he's a hard hitter of this ball. So other than that, other than Ali Abbas, there was no other batsman from Sterling Strikers could capture the bowling attack from Knights. So there were only two big partnerships of 59 runs and 42 runs. Other than that, there were not big scores from any of the Sterling Strikers batsmen because they're known for the power hitting. This team, Sterling Strikers, they've got Ali Abbas, they've got Ifti, they've got Raza Ali, and I think Mansab Butt was not playing this game, and I don't know if Haider Bhatti was playing this game. So this team is full of power hitters who can clear the ball out of park. So looking at their score, I was surprised because they scored 148 in total. Out of that, 90 runs were scored by Ali Abbas, and there were 16 extras. So the entire Sterling Strikers team could score only 42 runs, while Ali alone scoring 90 runs. So I think they've missed Jawad in this squad, and also Mansab. But probably if they were there, I think the score would have been maybe more than 170. I feel if these two guys were in the team, and I think Knights they started the DCL. They started playing DCL this season. Probably this is their first game as a team together. Probably they should work more on their bowling and batting lineups and try to come back strong. Looking at their bowling, only Jagan and Kartikeya were the only two bowlers who actually got 7 wickets in their 10 overs quota. Other than that, Sultan picking up 1 wicket. That is the only wicket that he got. And they scored 148. That's a really huge total they've put in front of a new team, Knights. And looks like they started attacking the Knights batsmen right from the first ball itself. So in the second over, they've got 3 wickets. Saad bowling the second over, he got 3 wickets in his first over itself, and I think from there the Knights didn't get a chance to get back into the game. They got all out for 44. I think I would say this was a one-sided game for Sterling Strikers. They won it. I think they have won it very easily. So hard luck for Knights. Probably they can get back together and come back strong in the next game, and a good win to Sterling Strikers.
Okay, the next game of the night is GLCC versus Rising Stars. After 2016, I again played DCL and I contributed to our win. Okay, with that, I'll go to Dinesh.
Did you bowl leg
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
so GLCC versus Rising Stars, right? I think a big apology to Jagan bro here. So he's got the best strike rate of the week and probably for DCL. So the economy is 0, right? His economy is to be. I don't know if anyone can ever better that. so sorry for saying that it was someone else. So him and Samesh Bhai, I think is going to be tough. And Jagan bro, hands down, you're going to have the best economy rate of DCL. All right. So good stuff there. Okay, so quick thing about GLCC and Rising Stars, right? So we like to welcome Rising Stars young kids, I believe, from in and around the Canton area. So I met this kid the day before and the day after the game. So the day before he was pumped up in the same enthusiasm as what I happened to meet him this evening as well. So that's Rising Stars and welcome to DCL. So that's good. So. Yeah, so pretty much what happened is like I'll try to wrap this up pretty quick. At one stage, GLCC, I believe, was 7 for 58, I believe. And from there, they recovered. And big kudos to Akash, 55 from 53, 100 strike rate in DCL. Big shout out to him. He played pretty well. Then after that, Manish was the only double-digit contributor there. They ended up with 119 runs. Par score for first innings at NPP2 was 101, so it was above par. And from a bowling perspective, Bhavin bowled really well with 3.2 versus economy, and good bowling by Prakash and Diman. They bowled well. Probably they're going to work on that. And from a batting perspective, Rising Stars had a tough period going against Hemant and Dilip and Tejas and Samesh, and all of the pretty experienced bowlers from GLCC, and the rest of the bowlers did well too. So from a batting perspective, Prakash and Sukun, they did well. I mean, they can take a little bit of, I mean, a lot of positives for sure. For the 7th and 9th wicket, they were like 17 and 10 runs respectively. So, and even the 8th wicket, they held up pretty well for 8 runs. So maybe a change in batting order would be my suggestion. Well played. Rising Stars, it's just the beginning. I have great hopes for you guys. It will just get better.
Okay, the next game of the night is Strikers versus Patriots. I was expecting it to be a close contest because Patriots added Vadnala and Co from Falcons, ex-Falcons. So I thought it will be a close game, and to my surprise, Strikers. I mean, it's not a surprise. Okay, Strikers dominated this game. Your thoughts, Kapil?
Sure, Jagan. Yeah. So for us, it was a really good team first week, right? It's always tough coming out cold after the long winters. But we had a test in front of us, and Patriot team is great. And as you said right, what Nala and other folks, Srikant, they joined them. So we expected a really tough fight, right? And then it is. If you play this game on any other day, the result might go differently. I think they lacked where they lacked was in batting. They had amazing bowling lineup. But coming back to the way the game went is, I guess they won the toss and elected to bowl. I'm not sure. I think usually you win the toss first game, try to bat, right? But they elected to bowl, and we started. We also have few new folks playing for us this year. Out of them, Amit and Ishan started the inning. We're going pretty well, right, at 3 runs per over. Ishan, they put a good foundation, but after getting 2 quick wickets, Parthiv, a captain, anchored the inning for a long time. Scoring 22. But the star of the batting for strikers was Kishore. He scored 32 runs out of 32 balls with 1 4 and a 6. He paced his inning wonderfully. He stayed. I think he has matured from last season in his batting. Again, he's also picking up where he left last year in the quarterfinals where we lost. He high scored. I think he scored 45, some odd runs, and he's great to see. He's in the same kind of form, and we hope he continues throughout the season. But we ended up on 106 for 7. I think what they missed in the bowling was, I see Venkat and Ramesh not bowling their full quota of overs. So I think that's the miss from the captain, because when Ramesh had picked up a couple of wickets, and Vadnala is again Vadnala, right? They should have bowled. But again, going back to the Patriots batting, they started off very cautiously. They're going at about 3 runs and over. I mean, pretty good start. They didn't lose their first wicket until I think 7th over. But once they lost that first wicket, I think it just floodgates just opened after that, and steady, interval wicket kept falling, for us. Binod Singh, again, the mastermind, our certified game changer. He got 3 wickets along with that Rohit Chavan, right? Rohit is also is one of really, he's new, and he has wonderful bowling action, very smooth, pleasing to the eye, and hoping he continues his success throughout the year for us. But again, yeah, all in all, amazing effort from our batting and bowling, and hard luck Patriots, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Yeah. The next game of the night and last game is Detroit Titans and MCC Miles, and right after this we'll go for quick prediction. Okay, with that, I'll go to Tanuj.
Yeah, thanks, Jagan. So I thought this is going to be a good game, and as per my knowledge, so Detroit Titans, I think they're a new team with pretty experienced players in this team. I think Satish Gaba formed a really good team. So getting into the match, they won the toss and they decided to bat first, and they got a good start because their first wicket partnership was 40 between Amrit and Mayur. So both opening batsmen, they gave a really good start to Detroit Titans. And after that, the wickets, I think the batsmen couldn't hold their wicket for a long time, and there were quick wickets in between. Except the opening batsman, only Satish Gaba was able to score 11 runs, and Anil could score 11 runs. Other than that, pretty much Detroit Titans batting lineup, I think I would say they failed to get big runs on the board. The star bowler for MCC Miles, Brahma Naidu, taking his 6 wickets in the first game from 5 overs with a maiden and 12 runs in his full quota. I think he was the game changer for MCC Miles in bowling department, because he got 3 wickets in his 23rd over. Probably if he didn't get those, Detroit Titans would have scored another 15 runs or something in those last overs. If they could hit those balls probably and get a couple of boundaries, I think it would have been a different scenario in that case. But exceptional bowling from Brahma Brahmanaidu, and Praneeth also bowled really well, taking 2 wickets, and Abhilash getting 1 wicket in his 4.2 overs, conceding 9 runs. And Deepak Unyal, he's a really good bowler. So I've played against him in different tournaments. So he tries to bring variations in his bowling, and I think he did that, and he got his success. He only gave 16 runs out of his 5 overs, and Mahesh bowling 2 overs and conceding 6 runs. Ravi Teja 3 overs 21. Overall, it's a good bowling performance from MCC Miles, restricting the Detroit Titans to 96 runs. And they started their innings really well in the form of opening batsman. Again, Brahma Naidu, I know his batting style. He tries to attack every ball and get as many runs as possible within the power play. I think he did that here as well, scoring 21 from 26 with 2 fours in his batting. And Sunil, he's a good opening batsman to any team. I've seen him playing in Kings 11 and also in other leagues. He middles the bat right. He middles the ball right from the first ball. So he's a good add-on to MCC Miles this year. So they again put an opening partnership of 42 runs, and then again Deepak couldn't score anything. Karthik Jaikumar, no need to give any introduction about him. He's a really solid middle order batsman. So I think he also played a crucial role in the middle order, scoring 16 from 24 balls. And Sanjay, unfortunately, he couldn't score big in this game, but hopefully he'll do it in his coming up games, because everyone knows how hard he can hit the ball. So and Rahul Chena, no need to introduce this guy again. He's a really good batsman, but unfortunately he got out, scoring only 11 runs. But I think that's a really good 11 runs that he could score, because that helped the MCC Miles to get closer to the target. And coming to the bowling, Prakash, 5 overs, 18 runs, 1 wicket. That's a good start for him. And Satish Gaba, unfortunately, couldn't get any wickets in the first game. And Saurabh Kumar, I think he was the one who was bringing back Detroit Titans into the game, but unfortunately, MCC Miles, they took the game in their pocket. It's a hard luck for Detroit Titans. I know they are a pretty strong team, so hopefully they'll come back strong in the upcoming games and play well. And congratulations to MCC Miles. They played really well, and they started their season with a win, and hope they continue.
Okay, with that, we'll quickly get into predictions. And the first game of the night is the FCC Agni versus Hawks. Hawks is a new team, and I will start with Kapil. Kapil.
Yeah, I'll go with Hawks. Nothing against XSA Agni, but I think they have Naresh from Stars joining them, and they have some core group from Kings 11. I think they'll be a good team. I think then this one will be a close one to Hawks.
Okay, Dinesh. Dinesh, are you there?
Yeah, I'll go with the FCC Agni with the experience and the new additions from, I believe, Michigan Bengals as well. So all of that put together, probably FCC Agni.
Okay, it's a 1-1 tie and tiebreaker. Tanuj.
I'll go with Hawks in this game, Jagan, because I know how Hawks play, because we've been playing with them for the past 3 years. They have a really good batting and bowling lineup. So Agni also is a very strong team, but for this game, I'll go with Hawks.
Okay, the next game of the night is Motor City versus FCC. Okay, Motor City's Tamil Pasanga. They're coming again. Okay, Kapil.
Yeah, I think I don't really know. I mean, with a lot of player exodus from FCC, I don't know the state of FCC now, and even I don't know Motor City, right? So, but I'll go with knowing a few folks from FCC. I think I'll go with FCC.
FCC. Dinesh.
Yeah, my heart says Motor City. I'm just going to go with Motor City. Give them some confidence of coming back to Bhargav and his running the team skills. So go with Motor City.
Okay, Tanuj.
I'll go with FCC as well because they have very good experience playing this league, and even though they lost a couple of players, but I think they really have a good team so far. So I'll go with FCC.
Okay, the next one is very interesting game. Hitmen versus Local Boys. Kapil.
Hitman versus Local Boys. Oh, definitely Hitman for me.
Hitmen.
Yeah.
Okay. Dinesh.
Yeah, Hitman Local Boys. Probably I know in and out of both the teams, right? I'm just going to go with the experience with the Hitman have already have played DCL as a team, right? Local Boys is a new team this year, so going with Hitman.
Okay, Tanuj.
I'll go with Hitman as well. I know we have played against them in the last season. They have a really good team, so I think Hitman. But I feel Local Boys are going to give a surprise. So I'll see. This is going to be a really good game.
Okay, let's wait and see. SLCC Guardians versus GLCC. Kapil.
Yeah, GLCC Jagan, and Guardians is again I don't know. I mean, this is the second team that Satish has put in
Yes.
DCL. I think GLCC is too much for them. It's going to be too hard for them. So GLCC.
Okay, Dinesh.
Yeah, going with GLCC just on the point that Guardians are playing the first game and the GLCC's experience.
Tanuj.
GLCC Jagan.
Okay, the next one is Gladiators versus Dhairya. I'm giving 3-0 to Gladiators. Any objections there?
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay. So the next one is Legends versus Thunderbolts. It is going to be one of the good games of the weekend. Your thoughts, Kapil?
Yeah, it is going to be a good game. I know my friend Prabhat Krishnamurthy's team, Thunderbolts. I think they're second year for them. I think they have improved a lot, and he has been playing really well too. But they have Deepak, right? Deepak Bhaskar. I hope they send him up the order to blast. He likes blasting, and he's their best bowler also. So, but I think in the end, I think Legend is going to be an uphill task. I'll go with Legend.
Dinesh.
Yeah, honestly, I shouldn't be calling this game, I suppose, right? Thunderbolts is technically my second home. so I'm going with the Thunderbolts. Mr. Lazy Elegance, I call him Vinod. So Vinod and Prabhat and Deepak and the rest of the gang, wish them good luck more. Yeah, I think that's going to be a close contest no matter what. So going with Thunderbolts anyways.
Tanuj.
I'll go with Legends, Jagan, because I think Satish will come back strong. He's a good mastermind for the in the Legends, so I think Legends are going to win this.
I hope Satish is listening to this one. And the next game is Pokeries versus Detroit Titans. So this is one of the games that DCL community will watch closely. Kapil, your thoughts?
Yeah, this might turn out to be a really great game, right? Titans is a very good team. It just I mean, it's, the team that was created out of KRCC, right? Core of a lot of folks who moved from KRCC. They had hard luck losing the first game, and we all know what Pokeries is. And Ravi, I think they were off first week, so this is the first game and it is going to be a close game, but in the close game I'm still giving an edge to Pokeries.
Pokeries. Okay, Dinesh.
Yeah, same thing. It's going to be a close game. Edge to Pokeries.
Pokeries. Tanuj.
I'll go with Pokeries as well because I know most of the guys in Pokeries. So probably Ravi Narla, Neil, Vicky, and Satish. I think they'll all bring this game to in their pocket. So Pokeries.
Okay, at this time it is 3-0 Pokeries, and let's see what happens. The next one is Troy Hawks versus Dynamites. Another, it's going to be a cracker of the game, is what I'm expecting. Kapil, your thoughts?
Yeah, it is going to be again. Tri-Hawks is riding the highs and Dynamites riding the lows, right? So it is going to be quite a test for Dynamites to come back. I'm pretty sure Vijay has got amazing team, really great team against the Tri-Hawks, young folks. But in this one, I'll go with Tri-Hawks.
Troy Hawks. Okay. Dinesh.
Again, I shouldn't be calling this one. Going with Dynamites.
Third home.
Dynamites.
1-1 tie there. Tanuj.
Again, a tiebreaker for me. I'll go with because I'm going to do umpiring for this game, so
Okay.
I'll watch this game very closely.
But don't predict. Okay, if you're
don't predict.
That's the rule we have in DCL radio. If you are umpiring,
Okay.
you're not predicting that. Okay.
Okay.
So it's still 1-1. Okay, let's leave it there. Okay, next game is Knights versus Spartans. Kapil.
I will go with Spartans.
Spartans. Okay. Dinesh.
Yeah, Spartans, but shout out to Knights, Ramesh and company. We all played, a few of them, we played DCL for Safaris in 2017. So heart with Knights, but have to go with Spartans.
Okay. Tanuj.
Spartans for me.
Okay. So if I have time, I'm going and watching this game. Sterling Strikers versus Indus Thunders.
Wow, that is so close to call. I don't know what to call on this one, right? So it is going to be, I think it's a game of the week, right? So, but in this one, I'm still going with. I know Sterling Striker has amazing players, but so does Indus Thunders, and with the experience championship behind them, I'll go with Thunders.
Okay, I hope I'll get a chance to watch this match. Okay, Dinesh.
Yeah, I'm calling for a tie. No, I think for big game experience, going with Indus Thunders.
Tanuj.
Well, this is the game of the week. I know both teams are equally strong, so it's tough to judge based on their last year performances. But I think my vote is for Indus Thunders.
Indus Thunders. Okay. And the next game of the night is Patriot versus Stingers. Okay, I'm thinking this is the game Patriots are going to take. Kapil.
Yeah, so again, this is my second home, Dinesh. So because Stingers, I know a lot of these folks. Jagan played with us. Alagu, we used to play in Michigan Cup, right? So all good friends, but in the end, I think Patriots will take this. They'll put up a good fight, but Patriots will take this.
Dinesh.
Yes, I'm going with the Stingers. They're coming back after a break. Alagu and the rest of the company, Jagan and all of them. I practiced with them a lot. They can pull the rabbit out of the hat. For this one is my hope. So it's going with Stingers.
Okay. Tanuj.
I'll go with Patriots. I think they'll come back strong this week. Hopefully, they won't disappoint me. So it's Patriots for me.
The last game of the night is going to be another, two big teams. Strikers versus KRC. I'll skip Kapil here because I don't want to put him on the spot.
For obvious reasons, yes.
Yeah. So I'll go to Dinesh.
Oh, this is a tough one. I'm going KRCC.
You're going KRCC. Tanuj.
I want to make this even, so because this is going to be a close contest, I feel. So I want to make it even, and I'll go with Strikers.
Strikers. 1-1 Strikers there. But so these are my thoughts. So this is what I'm thinking. Saturday game. Most of the KRCC players, they are all from those leather ball leagues. I'm expecting some of the key players are going to miss. So it's going to be Strikers game is what I'm guessing. Okay. But no, that's my observation. Okay. With that, we will conclude tonight's show with the last words from the analyst. I'll start with Kapil.
Thanks, Jagan. Again, thanks for having me. And great, exciting week. First week it was some close games and a crazy upset. But yeah, that's the way to start. We need more excitement in the league, the best league, T-ball league in the US. I hope this continues, and good luck to all the teams.
Dinesh.
Yeah, for me, it's like my heart goes out to all the organizers, not necessarily the captains, right? So the team organizers, the Alagos and the Bargers, and all of these people coming back in the new teams. With all of that, the first week lived up to the expectations with ebbs and flows, upsets, and great wins. So expecting the same here for this week too.
Kudos to all the captains. Tanuj.
Yeah, so that's a great start for the season, 26th year. So I hope this season is going to be really good and exciting. And good luck to everyone, and a great kudos to committee members for organizing such a great tournament. And good luck to all the teams.
Okay, thank you. With that, I'll say thank you to Kapil, Dinesh, and Tanuj, and our young analyst Athulith. And with that, goodbye. We'll see you again next week. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Jagan.
Thank you.
Bye.